Hi, this is Jean. My time in Florida has come to an end, and shortly I'll be on my way back. But it has really been a lovely trip. I was hoping that you would enjoy this visit I made to a park nearby. This is a little tributary going out to the Gulf, a little saltwater place. I went down to the beachy area just to enjoy the sun and the quiet. It was really fun. Hello. Then I had company. But there are a lot of fishermen and people fishing all over this area. It was just one of those golden days. I just kind of want you to listen to the sounds with me and just the enjoyment I took and the pleasure I took in hearing the sounds of nature. And seeing the sunlight play on the water.
I'll let you get a picture.
Oh my goodness.
I just tried letting him get tired out. We're gonna let him go today.
It's his lucky day.
Told you that works. Takes a while to. I'm gonna have you take a picture of me after you take a picture of him. Alright, you get tired yet? Come here, you little bugger. He's not tired yet. Good, I get my.
Oh my. That's great. Wasn't that lucky? That fish got tossed back and lived another day for another fisherman to catch. But he thought he'd try one more time, but didn't catch a keeper. Anyway, it was just a lovely, lovely day, and I was so happy to be there. And I wanted to share it with you. I hope you enjoyed your little 5-minute vacation in Florida with me. Bye now, and be sure and like and subscribe. Hello.
They get way bigger. That lady caught a fish. I'll let you get a picture of it.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just trying to let him get tired out. We're gonna let him go today.
It's his lucky day.
Told you that works. Takes a while to. I'm gonna have you take a picture of me after you get a picture of him. Alright, you get tired yet? Come here, you little bugger. He's not tired yet. Good, I get my.
Oh my. That's great. gonna have fish tacos. I came out to watch the sunset, but there wasn't any sunset. For some reason, the clouds were so dark and the sun behind it just didn't show through. I thought the clouds would color, but they didn't. But it was not a big loss because I thoroughly enjoyed the wind and seeing the trees moving and feeling the cool breezes off the Gulf, which usually is on the warm side, but today was very cool and nice. The water is just over the bluff. That's the sand bluff. And I'm just a few feet away. But this was the best spot to get a shot of the wind and how wonderfully refreshing it is after a very warm day today. I came out to watch the sunset, but there wasn't any sunset. For some reason, the clouds were so dark and the sun behind it just didn't show through. I thought the clouds would color, but they didn't. But it was not a big loss because I thoroughly enjoyed the wind and seeing the trees moving and feeling the cool breezes off the Gulf, which usually is on the warm side, but today was very cool and nice. The water is just over the bluff. That's the sand bluff. And I'm just a few feet away. But this was the best spot to get a shot of the wind and how wonderfully refreshing it is after a very warm day today.
Do a review of some sort. I don't like deep coleslaw out of these little things. Oh, the French fries actually look halfway decent.
That potato salad looks awesome.
If you drive straight on, I guess it's 19 here maybe, whatever, you kind of keep going straight down. Maybe a few miles, then you take a right, and it's about 7 miles out, but there is a sandy beach.
Okay. I love all the boats out there.
Oh, and see they do those canoe or paddle. If you drive straight on, I guess it's 19 here maybe, whatever, you kind of keep going straight down. Maybe a few miles, then you take a right, and it's about 7 miles out, but there is a sandy beach.
Okay. I love all those boats out there.
Oh, and there were, see, they do those canoe or paddle. Oh,
There's something going on out there that's never there. That I wonder if it's a alligator or something. But oh goodness, lots of rain today. Wow. And the birds flying out. Oh, I found out what kind of birds these are. And they're called snake birds or devil birds. Now it's hard to see. I'm not going outside because it's so rainy. Oh, here's a better picture of them. They actually look like little Loch Ness monsters when they're swimming, and I thought that was a whole different bird. But it's
That's not good for Pierre. I don't think he's going to be able to work in this
sorry. I didn't want to bring your picture. I like that picture. The oak trees are just beautiful. Hi, it's Jean. I'm here at the Tampa Bay Hotel. I'm just visiting. This is the Tampa Bay Hotel Museum, and it's on the campus of the University of Tampa. And this is a hotel that was built many, many years ago, I believe in the early 1800s. And it was just extremely luxurious for the day. It was built at a cost of millions and millions of dollars back in the day. So, you know, it's very opulent and beautiful. It's architecturally reflective of Alhambra or Spanish architecture. And on the outside here, there's a beautiful park and all tropical and gorgeous. This porch was lovely to sit on and just enjoy. Today there were lovely breezes, cool air. It was wonderful. One of the first exhibits was the bathroom. But it was quite interesting and very exciting to see, and I really, really enjoyed it. Now, down the hallway here, if you'll see how it's kind of dimly lit, this is how it was back in the day. They kept the lighting as it was, as if you were a visitor in the day that it was in operation. So this was the main hall, and it goes down about as far in the other direction as well. And what they've done is the hotel was huge, and they've brought in what they have left of all the furniture and collections into these few rooms and just crowded them in with all these wonderful pieces. So it's easy to visit. It's very handicap accessible because there's not a lot of walking, and it's all on one level. Here there was a display of vintage Valentines of the day. Because this is the month of February, you'll see them scattered throughout the museum. But being the paper lovers that we are, I thought couldn't have been a more perfect theme for my visit. And I will let you take a look at just how wonderful these are. You'll see numbers on the tables or in different areas of the different rooms, and you are given a handheld device to punch in the number, and then it will tell you more about each of the individual interesting things about that particular area. So that was very nice to have. I really, really enjoyed that. All of this is the outdoor pots and so forth that they had out on the porches and that they used to decorate. And my goodness, they were just so ornate, so beautiful. It was incredible, especially incredible to see them all together. I do think that they would be appreciated a lot more on their own individually as you walked in the gardens or walked past one in a hallway. You could really appreciate it. I did love this room. This room is where they have the souvenirs that the family collected in their world travels. And just absolutely love that round bench, and it was very interesting to see what kind of items the family collected and what kind of art they enjoyed. It was just fabulous. I kind of slowed it down a little bit so you could see. Now these lamps weren't collected as souvenirs. These lamps were everywhere. And so, can you imagine keeping those clean? All those folds of fabric. My goodness. It was just so interesting to be here. The floors were creaky. The music in the background was classical. The murmur of people talking. It was just a wonderful museum experience. I was glad I wasn't the only one in there. A lot of times when I go to a museum, there just aren't that many other people there. But here, there were quite a few other people in the museum area, possibly because it is attached to the University of Tampa, and their admissions building is at the end of the hallway. So it's easy for people to come in and look around. And the parking was very accessible right in front of the building. So I was extremely happy about that. The hotel did have a casino, and so there were quite a few artifacts there and photos. This area was quite interesting, with the mannequins seated, dressed in period clothing, and this beautiful staircase. It's a little hard to photograph in that natural light. And another room here with the period furnishings. And this room had much more light coming in through the windows. So it's easily seen. Again, there were more Valentines. And these were underneath the glass top table, and there was the library area, I believe, in here. And I did love the antique camera as well, and that beautiful lamp. But I'll just let you enjoy just seeing it as I did. I loved the fireplaces. Have you noticed the fireplaces? Each fireplace is just delicious. As you can see, I was quite enamored with the Valentines. Lots of pictures. I don't know, I should have asked if there were, some look like reproductions, but others didn't. Others look like they were vintage. So I'm not sure if they just filled in with some reproductions of that era of Valentines or not. I think this was my favorite room. It was the bedroom, and loved the headboard. Just gorgeous, and look at that high ceiling. It's just a beautiful, beautiful room. Again, they've just filled it with furniture and bric-a-brac. There was a closet with period clothing in it and hats. even an umbrella stand with period umbrellas. Very little of the furnishings over the years were available to put into the museum. It's absolutely huge, this hotel. I had seen it many times traveling through downtown Dayton or downtown Tampa and hadn't really thought that it was a place that I could go into and see. But I always wondered about it, and I thought, isn't that the oddest building in the middle of the city? Now these here are what they call the keyhole vents, doorway vents, keyhole doorways. And you've probably noticed them throughout. Again, we're back in the main hall where it's only lit by the electricity of the day, but filled with the artwork that was saved. And of course, sculptures and large pots and mirrors. Hopefully I'll get better at filming what I see, but it was such a wonderful experience. I really loved this lamp. This was one of the different lamps, and it was just beautiful. This room here is a kind of a tribute to Gasparilla, which is also held in February in Tampa. And it's a celebration of pirates and all their activities and so forth. And they have quite a big festival, and it's very important every year. It's a big deal. There's a little bit more later on in that room. This room here looks out onto the front porch and out over the gardens, and it was the billiard room. And the guests could come in and play billiards. Back in the hallway, again, there was another display of beautiful Valentines from that era. And I'm sorry for that reflection there that is so annoying. But I really didn't want to cut out this part of the video because of that reflection. So we'll just put up with it, won't we? Sometimes I feel like I'm filming way too much, and then I get home and I wish I had more. There were also quite a few portraits that were painted and hung, and the gilded frames were amazing. And this cabinet had more Valentines. One of my favorite ones of the ones I saw that day was on the bottom shelf. All of these were just wonderful. The bottom shelf of this particular cabinet here. It was a great time to come in February. This one that looks like a little fan. Isn't that just a great Valentine? I love it. Actually, I like all of them in there. They all have kind of the same color theme. Now we're back in Gasparilla Room. And there's a lot of photographs of the celebrations over the years, and there's some pieces of 8 there. just all kinds of interesting memorabilia from Gasparilla. These are some of the gowns worn by the queen that was chosen every year for many, many years. And the robes that they put on her, and keys and crowns, all kinds of things. Now I'm going to go up close here and show you some of the vintage photographs of previous celebrations. Thought they were interesting. And these are some of the queens, people who were chosen queen. And now this is what they are given, the crown and a scepter. But oh my goodness, Gasparilla is just a big deal in Tampa. I hope you enjoyed this tour. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye now.
gonna press the red button
Yeah.
and see what's behind the curtain. Lots of glare, but it's all about Tom Thumb.
So how do you like it, Shelley?
Oh, it's a pretty cool museum, for sure.
see fits into all of these cars. Because it used to go, before it was here, they would take parts of this circus and they would go to different museums and set it up, and it would stay on display for like 6 months. Then Mama Sue and Granddaddy would go break it down and either bring it home or take it to the next museum. So they did that for years. They went to the Ford Museum, they went to Baraboo, they went to, in Ohio, they were all over. Yep.
Yeah, they did the one in Cincinnati.
So I guess when Granddaddy was little, he lived near where they did his
He grew up watching the process.
Yeah. So you know what they were just talking about, the cook tent? Look here. Mm-hmm. Fruit, look at that.
The elephant. The people are working right there. This guy's got a cart with boxes on it. These guys are playing checkers. Those little details.
This People's National Bank up here. That's that his, that Barry's grandfather's father. See, Tibble's Flooring Company. That was company in Oneida. It's just when you at nighttime, let it open back up on this side of the wall. So these are just like an old town, like Knoxville City Mills. But all these train cars, because that's how he used to transport it. And then they have a big granddaddy. He made all of this. Yeah, he made it. Also, all this is all done by him. All the wheels, all the furniture.
That's already set up.
Okay, sure. All right, here we
It's
go.
already set up. Does it look like I'm here?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you're more than welcome. That's a fun one to do.
You're in trouble, baby.
Fabulous mural, just as we come in. Love that. Here I am at the Ringling Brothers Circus Museum with planes flying overhead and with Shelley. And oh my goodness, it's just beautiful here. So we're excited to see the big show.
Hey, wait. You guys don't cross that road.
But I think whatever you
Don't touch it. I can touch shit. Nick has his three characters.
I keep on thinking about you. I can't get by, I can't get high, I can't get through. I keep on thinking about you. Like poison coursing so clear my vision is blurred. The rays won't put my days. I've been working later, I've been drinking stronger, I've been smoking deeper, but the memories won't stay. I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about you. I can't get back, I can't get high, I can't get through. I can't stop thinking about you.
So close.
It's harder than it looks.
Come on.
Sure?
I got it.
She's got some serious power behind there. Try a couple more, Shelly.
Getting there.
So I don't think you have to throw it as hard as you are.
Okay.
A
Lighter.
little less hard. Yep.
All right.
Yeah!
All right. Thank you all for your
Oh,
time.
God. Oh my gosh.
I mean, really, LPNs are, well, we have the Mayo system, so a lot of them have like and other in the Mayo
So she only gets in the front when Cammy allows her, because I won't allow her. If I'm not driving and she's driving,
And I haven't been driving the last
I don't fit. Barely myself. So Cammy's sitting there Indian style because the dog's on the floor. Yeah. Taking them over. Yeah.
She tends to, we said, we have to do the clean that was working for us and stuff.
Well, looks like this is where we're going to be tonight. Boondocking here. And looks a little rough, but all the people boondocking here look like great people. So, and I've talked to the owner, and so I'm thinking it's going to be okay. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. This is Jane, and I'm here to show you a journal that I made as a gift. And this is for my daughter, my daughter and son-in-law, who are almost full-time RVers. And when they were on a trip and they were going on Route 66, they sent me a box of goodies to make journals with. And so I decided to make, out of some of those goodies, I decided to make one for them out of this book. This book did come with some stickers for the future if they want to continue on with it. So they went on a trip to from Abilene, Texas, which is somewhere in here, to Little Rock, Arkansas. So on that trip, they were on Route 66 for part of the way. So anyway, so I made a little pocket here with a journal card. She can maybe, little memories of the trip, she can make a note of there. And in the book were some battlefields and other things that were from Texas where they had been staying for a few weeks. So I put those in just as backgrounds so she can cover those with other paraphernalia that she wants. I have a little flip out here with another tag that she can journal on the back. And the Air Force Base notice there because my son-in-law is in the Air Force. So he'll be retiring in a couple years too. So he's been in the Air Force a long time. So anyway, so I just used some of these brochures, made some pockets like this one here, with little cards and little things to tuck in here. This is a pretty famous sign on Route 66, so I used that. They also went to Branson, and they sent me, this was in the box of brochures, which I don't know if they went to any of these places or if they just picked out colorful brochures that they thought I would like, things with maps and extra pictures. So these are easily covered over if they haven't been there. Journaling to write, I know they did see that. So yeah, so that was fun. I thought that was a fun little flip. Always anything with veterans or the military is very important to them. They were there around Christmas, and so this was in here, and they'll be traveling again at Christmas. So this is a remembrance page for those who are out in the field at Christmas time. Here's some information. When they go to Branson area, there are all kinds of events for veterans. So I left that in there, and some of the annual things. We've got a little pocket here that, gosh, the name just escapes me now, that goes all the way through. I'm not sure. There we go. Goes all the way through. Has a clear tag there, just because I didn't want to, just because it was handy and it was fun. So anyway, so I put that through. Oh, why does the name escape me? The kind that goes through like that. Anyway, and then I have a couple of veterans tags that this one you can't write on the back, but it's about the homecoming, and so if they're ever in the area at that time, that might be something to remember. That one you can journal on. So these are all things that can be used and written on and covered up. This was just an adventure, nice little background page for shopping. Love the RV picture there, and just had some kind of fun, well, with this tag. That was kind of a fun little tag. And another page with some flip outs that she can cover up. This is the brochure for in here, and then some more military stuff there. I thought this was kind of fun. I thought they might have even gone on that. This is a fabric tag. I happen to have a fabric lion, so I thought, oh, that'd be kind of fun, even though it's Bigfoot. Maybe that's what Bigfoot looks like. You never know in the summertime when he's not covered in snow. And there's some tags, a tag there that they can put in there. But just a reminder about planning, never pay the fuel price. So always, just little reminders that they sent me and I sent them. This was a bag. And I thought that made some cute journaling space. And of course, as you do, just like deep in the heart of Texas, that might be something she might want to cut out and just put here as part of her own personalizing it, things that mean something to her. And then I did find some other things that I thought that would be personalized to her. Fort Chadbourne, I do believe they did go to, and so I don't know what they remembered about it, or how much they enjoyed it. But again, all brochures can be covered over with other brochures that are more meaningful to them. These are just background pages of Route 66. Just had so much fun cutting everything out. I love the paper on here. It made everything colorful. Route 66 just makes me think colorful. Covered over some of these things. Cut out this little guy, put him on the map, and that turned out nice. Cut out different things here, added them to that. This is a big pocket for big papers. These papers were places they had stayed. There's notes on those pages of their stay. So I thought they might want them, they might not. But the Rock Cafe, I believe they did go to. And I think that they saw that. I'm not sure. She had these stickers and she sent them to me, but that was before they were going full time, and I thought she might want those stickers now for decorations, because I know they'll be on Route 66 more times than this. This page was cool. I know they went there. A little flip out here of a car traveling. I put the car on there as though they were driving past there, even though there's probably an RV attached to the back of this car in real life back in the day. Some motels, some places they ate, some stickers. She sent me several stickers. I did give her another one, give her some back. Some tags that you can write on, especially with the address there. Not that it's hard to find these days, but just for fun. Ike's Chili House and 10-pound pie places. So those are fun. Those are fun just to pull out and look at. Abilene has special memories for them, and so that's kind of nice. I didn't know that it was the Storybook Capital of America, so that's really fun. And then I have this nice tag that you can write on the back of, and of course she can make her own tags out of some things. This looked like a fun page just to play with, kind of a sample page for her when she starts adding to this book. I'm going to bring her also a glue stick. So all you need is a pair of scissors and a glue stick. Anything else is bonus, because you can get all your background things from magazines and brochures that have patterns on them, and so it's fun. You can pick up washi tape if you want. I may be able to pick her up some washi tape if she's wanting to continue this, or she might just save this just as a remembrance of the first time that they drove on Route 66. There's another, here's the extra Rudy's stickers. And I saved some for myself too, because she sent me quite a few. And a nice tag there. A couple of papers that you can journal on. And I didn't bring any papers with me to include, but I may be able to rustle up something. I'm pretty good about rustling up stuff. Again, I included these tags because they were the stiffer cardboard, and they make very nice journal tags when they're covered with something that that you want to remember, or that you just feel is decorative or cute. Now, I left her some empty pages. Now she can take these pages out, and she can use some of these pages to cover the backs of her tags. She can also add to it. She can use them for journaling or just to keep notes on trips and things that they're doing. So I didn't want to cover all the pages. If she wants, she can take the pages out, and this can be just a memory book. And she could keep it at her sticks and bricks if she doesn't have room in the RV. But anyway, that's my little gift. I didn't even use a quarter of the stuff that she sent. So I have lots still to play with, and could make 6 of these if I wanted. So anyway, so that's just something to show you, and I'm going to give that to her today. So I've been waiting. I made it a few weeks ago before I left on my trip, and so now I'm I was waiting to put this online before that. So that's it, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.